Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Morning, Greg.
It's like in church. My name is Greg Naraki, and I'm the Public Relations Director for the St. Anne's Neighborhood Association and a member of the Kennedy Park Inclusion Playground Committee. It's my honor to welcome everyone here today on this rainy morning for the groundbreaking celebration of the Kennedy Park Inclusion Playground. 2 years ago, a group of volunteers had an idea that they could change the world. Although the goal was lofty, we decided the best place to start would be right here in Kennedy Park. After weeks of research, the idea of an inclusion playground in Fall River was born. These hardworking volunteers have sacrificed many hours, days, weeks, and months of their time to raise money, to design, and to promote this project. And after 2 years of work, it is my privilege to recognize the members of our committee who are here today. And when I say your name, if you want to wave, stand, holler, do something. Jamie Tyrell. Pamela La Liberty LeBeau. Christine Naraki. Melanie Lee. Paul De Silva. Sedalia Vitorino. And Eric Poulin. The Kennedy Park Inclusion Playground Committee is a subsidiary of the St. Anne's Neighborhood Association. And at this time, I'd like to welcome the president of the St. Anne's Neighborhood Association, Pamela La Liberty LeBeau, to welcome all of you on behalf of the neighborhood.
Good morning.
Good morning.
On behalf of all the neighbors, I would like to welcome you to the St. Anne's Neighborhood Association. 2 years ago, you might hear that a lot today, 2 years ago, we stood right here in this pavilion under beautiful weather just like today, and we announced our intentions to build an inclusion playground at Kennedy Park. At that time, our neighborhood association had just recently adopted Kennedy Park, and we had decided the first big project we wanted to tackle after adopting the park, outside of the regular cleanups, paintings, plantings, was the replacement of the playground. But not just any playground would do. The motto of our neighborhood association is a clean, safe place to live, work, and play. Play seems like a simple concept. However, for many, it is not. We wanted to change that here in Fall River and create an amazing place for children of all abilities to play. It would be the Kennedy Park Inclusion Playground. It was quite a large goal for a newly born neighborhood association, but we had big dreams and a lot of energy, and we decided to go for it. Fast forward to today, it is almost surreal to stand here at this groundbreaking. One of my great surreal to stand here at this groundbreaking celebration. For 2 long years we have envisioned this day, and I have to tell you, this feels amazing. There are so many people who have got us to this point that I'm going to take just a minute and tell you about them. First, our playground committee. To say this neighborhood and this playground committee worked incredibly hard to achieve our goal would be an understatement. In 2 years, we have learned everything there is ever to know about the art and science of building an inclusion playground. We have pored over product catalogs, handpicking each and every piece of equipment, attended meetings, visited playroom sites throughout Massachusetts and Rhode Island, sought multiple approvals at the local and state level, made dozens of presentations, sent emails, been in the paper, on the radio, and we have fundraised, 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 to the tune of almost $100,000. When I tell you, I have stayed up at past midnight reading about the different types of concussion drop flooring or trying to choose just the right climber for this playground, I am not exaggerating. Through it all, I have to say, it has been a great experience, and I am honored to have worked with the members of this playground committee. I have a second page.
I bet you.
Of partnering with Travis Arms with Game Time Equipment. Travis is here today with us. I will tell you that not only is Travis a complete expert on his product, but he also has the patience of a saint. Travis has received phone calls in his office, in his car, at home, at night, and on weekends. And sometimes it wasn't just me. It was me and several other committee members firing off questions to him on speakerphone. We were also usually changing out pieces of equipment, causing Travis to have to redraw our design again and again. Travis did all of this with ease. If you have known me for even a short time, you're probably not at all surprised by the volume of phone calls or me changing my mind. And actually, if you are Ken Chico, our Director of Community Maintenance, you are probably saying, hey, this sounds all too familiar. Ken also has the patience of a saint. He has about 3,457 phone calls, emails, and text messages from me to prove it. With everything that Ken has on his plate, he has always made us feel like a priority. I can tell you that both Travis and Ken have been nothing short of wonderful to work with, and Travis and Ken, thank you. Thankfully, in the city of Fall River and the surrounding communities, we found an incredible amount of support for this project. Individuals, families, businesses, both big and small, and our elected officials have stepped up in an untold number of ways so that we could stand here today. Many of whom are with us here and will be recognized throughout our program today. To each and every one of them, I say thank you. The other reason we are standing here today is because of the mayor of the city of Fall River, Will Flanagan. Mayor Flanagan not only believed in our committee, but he truly saw the importance in this project for the children. To that end, he sent down a bond to the council in the amount of $375,000. I don't have to tell you that that check took an incredibly large weight off of our shoulders to fund this project. Mayor Flanagan, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I would be remiss if I didn't say the best for last. My family is here today. My dad, David, drove from the Cape. My mother-in-law, Paulette, is here. My husband, Aaron, and our 3 children, Paige, Hope, and Jameson. I personally could not do this without the continued support of my family. My husband, Aaron, has worked incredibly hard on this project and this neighborhood association behind the scenes and doesn't get the recognition that he so often deserves. He has been our go-to guy for everything you could possibly imagine, and he has done a fantastic job. And while you all just gave him a round of applause, I think Aaron deserves a big round of applause. At the end of the day, we all do this for the children, so they can have a better quality of life, so they can create great memories, so they can live in a nice city near a beautiful historic park with an amazing playground, a playground that all of their friends can play at. Thank you.
As Pam mentioned, we do have a lot of elected officials here today, so I want to take the time to recognize our elected officials, as well as a lot of our community members that took the time to be with us today. So I'm going to start with our elected officials. First, we have Mayor William Flanagan right here in the front. We also have State Representative Alan Sylvia. We have 3 city councilors with us today, Ray Mitchell, Mike Mioza and Councilor Eric Poulin. We also owe a huge amount of gratitude to some community members who are here today. So I'm going to run through this list of everyone who's here. Our Director of Community Outreach, Perry Long, is with us today. We also have 2 neighborhood leaders from the Flint Neighborhood Association. Carlos Caesar is here. And from the Father Kelly Association, Rosemary LaPointe. We also have members of the Fall River Park Board here. I'm going to run through this list. Nancy Smith, Joe Schulenberg, Dave Rabello, Holly Bronhard, Arthur Sylvia, Jeff Sylvia, and Glenn Hathaway are with us. Members of the Fall River Disability Commission, Mike Geary, Debbie Pacheco, Lisa Atkinson, and Bill Fontaine are with us today. And these two gentlemen, the neighborhood really couldn't function without, so I want to take a special moment here to recognize Lieutenant Paul Bernier from the Fall River Police Department. And the other person who has received over 3,000 phone calls, text messages, emails, smoke signals, carrier pigeons, Officer Matt Sylvia, our walking lead officer. A few other folks we need to recognize would be the head of the Fall River Street Tree Planting Program, Marianne Wardell. We also have Julianne Kelly from Mass in Motion. And we're very excited to have the architects for the playground here from Blount Bennett, Kyle Robinson, and George Bennett. We do have large-scale renderings of what the playground will look like. We didn't put them up because of the weather, so afterwards, if anyone wants to see that, we'll have those available for everyone. At this time, I would like to call upon the Honorable Mayor William Flanagan to say a few words.
Pavilion on such a great day here in our city. And to be able to bring a community together for such an unbelievable project speaks volumes of the people of our city. And it's ordinary people who do extraordinary things. And when the St. Anne's Neighborhood Group proposed this idea of a inclusion playground in the city of Fall River, everybody jumped on board to support it because it's the right thing to do. And I heard stories of parents who would have to drive out of the city to surrounding towns like Dartmouth to be able to have fun with their children. If their child had a disability or if the parent had a disability, they would have to leave Fall River in order to have the same type of enjoyment that every other child or parent had within our community. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. This city should have every opportunity, if not more of an opportunity, than any other place on the map. So that's why everybody jumped on board to support this project. And whether if you were a private citizen or a financial institution like Bay Coast Bank or an elected official, you got on board to make sure that the funding was going to be made available to see the start and finish of this construction project. And sometimes bond bills can be controversial, sometimes they have support of the community, sometimes they don't. But when you have a bond bill that's going to build a $375,000 playground within the city of Fall River to improve one of our most pristine and prestigious parks within our community, to allow children with a physical disability or with a parent with a physical disability to have the same type of fun and enjoyment as every other child anywhere else on the map. That's a project you need to get behind, and that's a project you need to support. So first I want to say that these little shovels are adorable. And I hope I get to use one of them too. But in all seriousness, to have this constructed here in Kennedy Park is not just for this neighborhood's enjoyment, it's for the entire city's enjoyment, it's for the entire region's enjoyment, and it's not just for this generation, it's for future generations to come to. So God bless you, nothing but success. I look forward to the groundbreaking. I look even more forward to the ribbon cutting, and this park, this playground will be here for many generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Flanagan. The support for this project has reached far beyond the city of Fall River, and we've received incredible support from our representatives in Boston as well. I'd like to invite our representative, Alan Sylvia, up to say a few words.
I also represent the South End Neighborhood Association, and we're so happy that we'll be joining all other neighborhood associations to be able to see children playing in this beautiful park. That's not all that St. Anne's has done. St. Anne's Neighborhood, of course, and others who support that group have beautified this park and have been responsible for changing some of those things that have happened over the recent past. And it is a beautiful place. We have lots of beautiful things happening in our community. Thank you, Mayor Flanagan, for your good work, and our city council members who are here who supported this project. And to all, thank you again, and best wishes and good luck. Thanks.
When the idea of building an inclusion playground started to come to fruition, we quickly realized that we would need to reach out to the community for financial support. We were overwhelmed with the generosity we received. We do have a few of the sponsors here with us today, and I'd like to recognize some of them. Representing the Fall River Carousel Lions, who was a park bench sponsor, we have Carol Simbad and Cindy Pinardi. We also have, from People Incorporated, Mark Duval and Pam O'Neill. They were a hero sponsor at $5,000. And these next two are probably the most overwhelming, and when we realized that we could actually do this. We have members of the Fall River Disability Commission here, who are our legend sponsors at $25,000. And we also have Nick Christ from Bay Coast Bank with the Just Right crew here today, also a legend sponsor at $25,000. We'd like to invite Bill Fontaine from the Fall River Disability Commission up just to say a few words.
Disability. These are some of our commissioners. The first time I spoke with Pam, this park was an idea, and immediately we jumped on it. I mean, that's what we're here for. We are the Commission on Disability. We're here for the disabled community, and anything we can do to help. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Pacheco, who has been on this since day one. Ken?
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Commission, this has been a project that we've embraced from day one, and we're hoping that this is one of many projects in the city that the Commission can get involved in. We do an awful lot of work behind the scenes, helping individuals, doing road repairs to make the city more accessible, along with our public buildings. This project is very special, very near and dear to the Commission, and we're looking forward to the ribbon cutting. Thank you.
If I could invite up the members of the Playground Committee, as well as Mayor Flanagan, Ken Pacheco, Nick Christ from Bay Coast Bank, Bill Fontaine from the Fall River Disability Commission, as well as our children's ambassadors, Paige, Hope, Jameson, Simon, Aubrey, and Cameron.
I also need to say thank you to the children up here, because if you look at the shovels, they have painted their handprints on the bottom of the shovels.
We're all going to line up right in front of the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to announce that we are officially breaking ground on the brand new Kennedy Park Inclusion Playground, a place where all children can play. Thank you everyone for coming today. We do have renditions of the playground, and we'll see everyone at the ribbon cutting.